How's your day
Yeah,
going so far?
I'm good. How are you?
Great, thank you very much. Last Call is the new movie, but that's far from the only thing you've been working on. I'm really blown away when I look at how many forthcoming projects there are without factoring your musical career, your nonprofit endeavors. I can't even speak today and all that. But when did you make Last Call?
Oh, we made last call. My goodness. Oh my gosh, I don't remember the exact date. I mean, it was a little over a year ago. Yeah, it was about a little over a year ago, pretty much right before pandemic.
Right. It's a really impressive cast, yourself included. Bruce Dern, who I've had the pleasure of interviewing. Were you on the set a lot around him, or is it kind of like he does 2 days and he gets off?
Even if this is the second time I've worked with him, even if he's just there for a short time, he's there. I mean, in all his glory, he's so nice and he loves to share so many good stories. And,
Yeah.
You just learn so much from him. He's so generous with his time.
He remembers everything.
I know, he's amazing. Everything he's told us about, the stories, and they go on and they're elaborate and they're amazing, and he's amazing.
Yeah, he was telling me stuff about my hometown that I didn't know. The man knows.
He's the same to me too.
Wow. Okay.
That's funny. I think he has a story everywhere.
Exactly. Were you attached to the film from day one, or were you a late addition to it?
I feel like I was attached from the early beginnings of it. Yeah.
Got it. And does the script look exactly like what we see on the screen, or was there improv going on the set?
It was titled something different and the title changed. So I know that changed. And yes, there was some improv, a lot, but that's a good thing because, you got all these guys together that are incredible comics and theatrical actors. And yeah, they just did their thing.
Right.
And it helped because, you're meeting up with your pals from your childhood. So it's like in drinking. So I'm sure just,
Well, that was going to be my next question. Usually I find that film titles can be the opposite of what goes on the set. I wouldn't have been surprised if Last Call was a dry set per se, but I'm guessing it wasn't.
Oh, as far as like on set?
Yeah, I'm not looking for any scandals or gossip, but
oh no, none of that. No, that's all. It's all acting. I don't think that. I don't even think. Yeah, I'm sure they probably wish they could have them, but they pour us like apple juice and all kinds of things that look like alcohol.
Now I know.
And
going
just go,
exactly. And your IMDb page, this is like 7 more movies after this that are listed after this one. So really, it seems like although the world shut down per se, people were still having your phone number and reaching out for you to work, which is fantastic. Do you know which one comes out next besides Last Call?
I think next would be it's either Bobcat Moretti or Every Last One of Them, which is another film. Or I don't know. Yeah, I had some luck during that time. Once it opened back up, there was, people just are so hungry to make film, and they know how much I love to make it. So
yeah, one of the credits on there is a movie called Karen, and you playing Karen. Did that happen before the whole meme craze of calling angry people Karen came about?
I think it's based on that. It's based on that horrible, entitled human being that walks on this earth.
Got it. Well, what I alluded to at the beginning with your musical background, I learned about you as a singer before I did you as an actress, getting all the press releases and the 8x10 photos of Boomcat for DreamWorks. You were on DreamWorks when it was a cool label, and you never stopped making music. We've seen videos from you in the last 3 years and the last 1 year on your YouTube channel. One thing I wasn't sure about with you, because you've been highly award-winning and recognized as an actress, but are you really just a musician that acts to pay the bills, would you say? Or do you not have a preference as to which one people think of you as?
I just feel because my background so well, it sounds like that that I'm a musician. and not just a singer. I mean, I'm not even that good of a singer, but you know, I write all my songs with my brother and for Boomcat, and then most of my songs on my solo stuff. But yeah, I always say I'm a working actor and a struggling musician. Once DreamWorks went under and we were dropped, it was hard to ever really kind of resurrect that.
Yeah.
Which, you know, can be a little bit point of contention, maybe cause a little depression, but
Yeah.
but no, it's one of those things where I love making music, and I can always, you know, pick up my guitar, just put on music, and that makes everything okay again. But I love acting. You know, I'm so grateful for my career, and I've had such a blast doing it. So I would never pick one or the other. You know, I wish I could do it all.
But they've also given you the opportunity to design. So that's a further thing, and, you know, produce events and be involved in nonprofits. Yeah. So it almost sounds like the tough part is for you knowing what to say yes to.
Sometimes, well, I mean, I think one of our biggest sort of our obligations when we're doing such an amazing line of work is to give back. I mean, it wouldn't feel fair, or would, I mean, I know for me that's easy, but it's not so much about, yeah, I think there's you know what I learned as I was getting older, there's a big power in no. You know, I one time read a movie script, read the title, and was like, no, I won't even read it because of the title. And the director, because I said no to that, offered me the part. It was first just an audition, but because I said no. So it's like sometimes these, you know, saying no can actually end up being a bigger opportunity.
Yeah.
And also just, you know, boundaries are good. You can't say yes to everything.
Yeah. Well, you just used the words getting older, and you are in this weird career position where you're a veteran, but you're young at the same time. And you've been doing this at a high level, my opinion of a high level, for almost as long, like half your life you were a regular person, and half your life you were in TV and film and music projects where people see you and know you. Was there ever a
regular person?
Well, was there ever a plan B, or were you just able, it was thing to thing to thing?
Plan B. My mom always said to never have a fallback plan, that there's no, you know what I mean? That's just can't even be in the ethers. But one of my biggest, when people say, what advice would you give an actor? One of my biggest pieces of advice, only from experience.
Oh, thank you. It's good to see there's a camera.
I believe that you're a better actor if you have other things that also, you know, fulfill your heart. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be in the arts. It could be anything. Building cars. It could be long walks on the beach. But just the other thing, that when you leave that audition, that you're not just sitting there dwelling and thinking about it, because that will get you nowhere quick. And just, I feel like when you walk in the room with like a little, like, you know who you are and you're not desperate, because there's so many actors, and good ones, by the way. No, there's just a confidence that I feel like they're looking for over just the best actor. They're looking for like a nice, confident, professional, punctual, good actor, someone that gets along with everybody and like is easy to be around too. I
was going to say a good hang. That's what they're looking for. And you're a good hang. I guess that's one of the lessons we can learn all these years later. Exactly.
I just come out of my trailer on time and hit my mark on time.
Exactly. Well, I have two quick questions for you, and then you're free. And the first one is, it might be different because you are actually in the industry, but do you have a favorite TV show that you could recommend at the moment? For example, like, hey, I've just finished watching 150 episodes of Community. I need a new show to start. That kind of a thing?
Goodness gracious. Oh, man. To start, I mean, I just like loved Nurse Ratched. I don't know if I mean, I know that was, it's like 2 or 3 months ago, but I'm still like, you know, I love her so much. I watch all the documentaries on all the different, you know, streaming networks, but I don't know about a series right this second that I'm crazy about right this second. But I'm sure I'm missing something.
I didn't know if you were going to say, well, because I do a lot of dramatic roles, aside from Last Call, I only watch comedy. I couldn't tell you. it
I
just
mean,
hits too close and you can't watch dramas.
yeah, I mean, Schitt's Creek is like probably the best show that was ever made. Yeah, the thing is, I do a lot of drama, but I would love to do some comedies.
Okay,
It's an untapped version of me.
cool. Well, being that there's so many entries on your IMDb page, it's inevitable. You're working. So my last question for you, and I'm putting you on the spot here, as a prolific musician, because we've seen Glitch Life and all that. Who is the best band of all time besides Boomcat?
Oh my gosh, that is so intense of a question. The best band of all time. Wow. I have like 3 right now that I don't know which one to say. For me.
Say 3.
Okay. Well, that wouldn't be the game. I mean, oh my goodness. All right. I would say Depeche Mode, The Cure, and Radiohead.
Good taste, all Anglophiles. There you go. Well, Taryn, really.
I mean, we could get into Tribe Called Quest and De La Soul. I mean, you said band or group. I don't know. It's like these can go many different ways.
You're right. Poor question. Well, I'm really glad to see that you're still thriving all these years later. So keep it up, and really thank you so much for your time.
All right, you too. See you later.
Paltrocast.